What's up everybody, Manny from Motomillion here. Here it is, the 650e Build Series build bike. This is the Hockenheim Silver 2020 BMW S1000RR. As you can see, it's looking beautiful. Just wanted to do a walk around and show you some of the really cool pieces on this bike. Starting from the top, we have the TWM steering stem nut, have the Rizoma reservoir with the Brembo 19R CS master cylinder. We're using our Trick Stalbus bleeder valves. As I've mentioned before, all you got to do with these is just to pump the brakes with the bleeder valve open. It won't let the air in, makes it really nice to bleed the brakes. Speaking of the brakes, we have the TWM lever with the low drag lever ends. And down here, we installed the Brembo GP4RX calipers with the full 6 caliper cooling ducts. This bike actually had a leaking caliper that we replaced, and thank God we caught that in time. Looking to the back on the brakes, we have the Racing ultralight rear disc with the TWM underslung, the caliper conversion kit we have to be able to run the Brembo calipers on these bikes. Now the M1000RR that's soon to be released will have a similar setup. What this does is makes it a lot easier to remove that rear tire off your bike, and also it puts the weight lower down on the bike. I know it probably doesn't make a huge difference for an average rider, but that's the idea behind having an underslung caliper as well, that it lowers the center of gravity of the bike. Biggest piece of carbon is this rear subframe by Full 6. It's a complete subframe. You lose the access to the trunk with this, but you save about 5 pounds of weight. We have the NRC tail tidy kit. It's our favorite one. The main thing with these tail tidy kits and why we're picky about them is you want to have a broad range of light, so you know people are seeing your left or right turn signals when you use your turn signals. Down here we have the Lighttech R series rear sets. They're extremely clean. They don't have a million holes on them, but they have a lot of adjustment because of the track system that they have here. And also this piece here moves around, so you know, for 99% of you, you'll be able to get that perfect riding position if you want to change anything around. You have the TWM oil filler cap, the cam inspection cover by TWM, and down here we have the low mount aero exhaust, which is covered by one of the biggest pieces of carbon on this bike, which is the Full 6 racing belly pan that fits both a full exhaust and also a stock exhaust, or obviously a slip-on. Another big piece on this bike is the Bullet forged carbon fiber wheels. So we're riding this bike back to back with another S1000, which had the M package with the carbon wheels. Even though it has the carbon wheels from the factory, you can really feel the difference when you ride around with these Bullet wheels on it, because they're even lighter than the M carbon wheels. Another piece, this is a fairly new piece. These are the Full 6 aero winglets. They totally transform the look of the bike, and they've been tested on the track and developed on the wind tunnel. All the specs of how much downforce it makes is on our website, but they do make a difference. And also a pro rider who was using a bike on a track where apparently it's a downhill and wheelies, they can say that they could really feel the difference with these winglets on. Also, obviously, with on the same test that we're using a Panigale V4 that has the winglets, again, they said that they could feel the winglets. Right over here, we have the gas control buttons by Jet Prime. This integrates your right-hand switch panel so that you make up a little more space, because as you see, where this T over here is where the master cylinder used to be. Now we can move it all the way in. It's really trick. It has all the functions, still keeps the heated grips also on the bike. Another new piece of carbon on this bike is the Full 6 carbon windshield. They come in smoke and clear. This is the smoke version. It's not so dark that you can't see through it, but it's dark enough that when you stand back, you could tell the tint. Again, there's so much carbon on this bike everywhere you look, and I think it's just the right amount of carbon. Is great that Eve has kept the Hockenheim Silver theme going. So this subframe piece is painted. This top tank cover is also painted. And the side panels, it's also has been painted to keep that stock theme. And looking here, we have the tech spec snake skin tank grips, the TWM quick action gas cap. This is pretty much a standard piece on all the bikes that I own and we do. Makes it a lot easier to fuel up. Now let's swing over to the other side of the bike, and you can see the 520 chain conversion kit with the EK3D gold chain, the Vortex rear sprocket. This is the hard coat one. That's why it has all black. It doesn't have any of the silver. The Teflon coating makes it last a little longer than a traditional aluminum rear sprocket. Big piece on this bike in terms of the feel of the bike is this Alpha Racing quick shifter. This makes such a big difference on how the shifter feels. Usually the BMW has a really nice quick shifter, but the feel of it is a little spongy because of the type of quick shifter that it has on it. This Alpha Racing one makes it a lot more direct and there's no play whatsoever. So whatever your foot's doing, this bike's gonna do. We have the full 6 sprocket cover right there, the front sprocket cover, the blue Samco hoses shining through this beautiful carbon fiber belly pan. And just take a look at it. This bike is absolutely gorgeous. Eva's decided to keep the mirrors on it. We also have the TWM mirror block off plates, but it does have the NRC turn signals where it sits nice and flush here. So if you ever want to remove your mirrors, you still have your turn signals functioning. And talking of the turn signals, it has the BMW roundel lights where the lights sit right behind your BMW roundel. It's a really nice piece, especially at night. And back here again by TWM, we have the World Superbike chain adjuster. It has these increments here so that you could get your chain adjusted properly. It clicks when you turn this, and this allows, so this is laser etched on here and this is all CNC machined. Your swing arm is also CNC machined in this area, so you know that both sides are exactly the same wherever this laser etching says. That way you could get your rear wheel dead straight and get it as close to as perfect alignment as you can on the bike. And not a lot of people talk about this, but it is actually very important to do. So without further ado, let's start this bike up. Not exactly a cold start as we just came back from a ride, so you don't get the cold start video, but we have a separate video for that if you don't watch it on our YouTube channel. So yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to show you this beautiful bike since 650 Eve came to visit us, and also drop off this beautiful Panigale V4R. And I'm so happy to see this bike in person because it ended up being so beautiful, and I'm sure whoever gets to be the next owner of this bike is going to be extremely happy. The roundel stay on after you shut the bike off. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching.